All right. So now, as I'm sure everybody has been dying to hear, the most enlightened cultural commentator, Jeremy Hambeast, has some thoughts about YouTube banning anti-vax content, and this mensch, this galaxy brain here is going to tell us all about it and explain how these are absolutely absurd new rules for creators. So let's check it out.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Some new news about what is sure to be a massive ban wave rolling out over YouTube today.
Okay, look, I am going to shame Jeremy right now. Your noise gate sounds like shit. It sounds absolutely fucking terrible. For somebody who has over 1 million subscribers and has bragged about being able to buy a house by whining about Brie fucking Larson, can you please set your studio up better so you don't have to have this god-awful noise gate? This is awful. Anyway, go ahead.
Probably started yesterday and in the future, as well as a battle where YouTube will be banned, allegedly, in an entire country.
Are you fucking drunk again? Hang on. I know we're not even 30 seconds into this goddamn video, and like I can barely understand what the fuck he's saying. Holy shit, that's a really good pause. I like that. I really like that. I think I might put that in the thumbnail. That's good.
Battle where YouTube will be banned, allegedly, in an entire country over their censorship. Now, I want to be very clear. I actually have very little problem with legitimate misinformation, at minimum being tagged. Okay. One of my favorite YouTubers on here, Miles Power, spends a lot of time.
Miles Power does not think highly of you, bro. Nah, dude. Nah. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck?
Debunking various conspiracy theories, but my favorites are generally the misinformation. You know, hey, you can cure tinnitus. Remember, like, there's all these solutions for that. That's a ringing in your ear that there literally is no cure for, but there's a million cures online. Or you can magnetize your water and solve, you know, this health issue. I legitimately don't mind that content being out there as long as it's very easily debunked. I think when you're talking about removing particular types of information or policing it, the better solution would be to, if this content is on here and it's in the gray area, the algorithm should be recommending content that debunks it.
Now, I'll agree with Jeremy on that. I will agree with him on that. That's not a bad idea. Because unfortunately, things like my content, where I do debunk harmful shit, usually gets metered because it's put into the same categories as that harmful debunking shit. Just part of the fucking game, man.
In a perfect world, I don't know how you could actually like algorithmically do that well without doing it manually, which would be nearly impossible. But in a perfect world, that's the solution to information that could potentially, you know, cause people to make bad decisions or even hurt themselves. You would rather see it debunked and rebutted as opposed to outright removed. But YouTube...
Why? Like, every time somebody brings this up, like, now I'm kind of in his boat. I kind of agree with him to a certain extent that there, as long as it's below a certain threshold of harm, I kind of agree. I kind of agree that like people should be able to put their really stupid fucking ideas out there. But I always have to ask the question, why? What value? At what value do you place people being able to say, like, if you drink your piss, you can cure cancer? What's the value in that? Like, more people drinking pee? What's the value? I'm sorry. Like, I know the whole, like, you know, you don't want to start banning so many ideas and then you can't have any ideas. I get that. Like, that's fine. But that's a very nebulous concept that you're working with. I want to know what the fucking value is of it.
This morning issued a massive ban wave on several channels who had questions around the poke. Now, I'm not surprised whatsoever. I have a channel that is more hard politics related called Midwestly that I upload to every single day, 3 times a day. And
I can barely listen to this shit because of that fucking noise gate, dude. It sounds like garbage. Garbage.
I know that, you know, normally I wouldn't talk about the poke on this channel unless as it relates to Hollywood or something like that. But I know that you literally can't question anything without getting strikes or, you know, content removed. And the problem is,
please tell me the problem, please, by all means.
There's this, you know, in the sea of information, this lot wide, right? You have like a lot of questions. Maybe this much of it is, you know, 2/3 of it is questions that maybe the answer exists online somewhere, or you know, it's like hesitancy. And then you have a very small percentage of content that is outright misinformation.
No, absolutely not. As somebody who makes his living debunking this kind of shit, the vast majority of content that is constantly spread out and put out about COVID questioning is intended specifically to cast doubt on the vaccine. It is badly camouflaged anti-vaxxer propaganda. They even openly state that that is one of their tactics. Very often, all you have to do is start asking questions. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. And regurgitating that kind of shit just means that you're helping them. But I don't really think you are able to cognitively grasp this concept, but that's okay.
Information that could lead somebody to making a bad medical decision. The problem is YouTube is and has been completely unable to differentiate between the two. For example, I did a video about a recall on one of the pokes, a story that was covered in the New York Times. I read the New York Times article and my video was removed and I got a strike anyway, even though that webpage had plenty of Google ads on it.
Did you give your opinion on it? Did you encourage that there might be some mistrust on how you like to call the poke? Are you fucking kidding me?
And it was absolute news and it was not misinformation. I still received a strike for it. So this...
I'm sorry, Jeremy, I wouldn't trust you to feed my fucking cat. I'm not going to trust you to be able to handle even just reporting what you call reporting, lazily fucking reading and slowly, so you can stretch the video out to like over 10 minutes, lazily reading something that has to do with public health. I wouldn't trust you to feed my fucking cat. I don't trust you to be able to accurately report on that without starting to frame it in a really stupid and shitty way. I would almost guarantee you probably did do that. I don't know if you even are aware that you were doing that. I don't know how many of your videos you make that you even fucking remember half the time when you wake up on the couch. Holy shit. All right, anyway, let's go.
This new expansion on misinformation is going to potentially be disastrous for many channels who simply ask the question. It
says YouTube is banning prominent anti-vaccine activists, yet Jeremy is framing it that if you're just asking questions, you could get banned.
See here several articles now, this via the Washington Post. YouTube is banning prominent anti-poke activists and blocking all anti-poke content. The Google-owned video site previously only banned misinformation about the poke. So
he doesn't even know what the fuck he doesn't even know what that fucking article is about yet. Like we're 4 minutes into his video and he has not even read this article because he still thinks this is about the COVID vaccine. He doesn't realize that this is all anti-vax content. He doesn't even fucking realize that yet. This is how lazy this piece of shit is. He has no idea what he's fucking talking about.
If you are just against it, you are now being banned. Now,
Yeah.
again, as I always say, your body, your choice. And I don't want to influence anyone one way or another. I'm not a doctor, okay? I believe in personal liberties, and I'm against mandates and things like that. But I'm not against people making a medical decision that they think is right for them. And millions.
Yeah. No, everybody is the same. Anti-vaxxers don't have to get vaccinated. They just have repercussions that they have to deal with for that. Simple as that. Choices have consequences. Anyway, stop fucking virtue signaling, you goddamn social justice warrior. Just fucking read the article so you'll be like, oh shit, this isn't what I thought it was.
Millions of people have done so, and that's good, I think. But I've never used my channel to tell people you should do this or you shouldn't do this. That's not my place. Now, there are some channels that maybe talk that way, and that's for them. But this is very concerning because it's not just misinformation, it's anybody who is against it. YouTube is
Yes, god damn it. Yes. We SJWs don't want him, Jeff. Take that back. Oh, come on. Jeremy is absolutely a right-wing social justice warrior. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. Oh, man. Right-wing useful idiots like this are some of the biggest fucking snowflakes on the planet.
Is taking down several video channels associated with high-profile anti-poke activists, including Joseph Mercola, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who experts say is partially responsible for helping seed the skepticism that's contributed to slowing poke rates across the country. You know what the slowing... excuse me. You know why the rates have slowed? It's because people like Stephen Colbert and everybody else continue to politicize this. And here's the thing. There's a huge
Holy shit, dude. People aren't getting vaccinated because of celebrities are talking about politics. A late night host, of course, late night TV has never been political. Never. Of course not. This is all new now, but they are politicizing it. It doesn't have anything to do with the most popular news channel in America and the most popular newsman for that channel aggressively are sowing disinformation and paranoia and fear about a safe, effective, free vaccine. No, that's not what's making it political. It's Stephen fucking Colbert. You absolute brainlet. Holy shit.
Current of people, I believe, that would qualify as like, they should probably strongly consider it, right? People who are overweight, people who are older, immunocompromised.
Here, Jeremy starts giving people health advice. Wow, Jeremy, didn't you say that you weren't going to do that?
And they're literally afraid of betraying their friends who have certain political beliefs. This is actually heartbreaking to me. I have family members who have said things to me privately like, oh man, I should probably get it, but I just don't want to deal with this or that. This is not how people should make medical decisions. If you feel like, hey, I'm young and healthy and I don't want to risk any, whatever, that's fine too.
You almost said side effects. Dude, you are skirting this line so much. Holy shit. Chat, do we think that Jeremy Hambeast here is an anti-vaxxer? Do we think it? I'm just curious. I want to get your opinions on this while we listen to this trash fire.
Okay. But as a part of new set of policies aimed at cutting down on anti-poke content, the Google-owned site YouTube will ban any video that claim that commonly used pokes approved by health authorities are ineffective or dangerous. Now, again, my problem when you're talking about, I actually am fine with like, excuse me, content getting flagged or like, information bars, or if it's like legitimate misinformation that is scientifically incorrect.
Uh-huh.
I don't want people to be banned for it, but I'm fine with it like getting flagged or...
Why? Why not? Why? Why not let them be banned? Why? I can tell you exactly why fucking Robert F. Kennedy Jr. should have been banned from YouTube forever ago. Because Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is almost directly involved in the death of over 80 fucking children in the island of Samoa. Because he went over there, he talked to a bunch of mom action groups, specifically groups that were dealing with pregnant women, told them about how dangerous the MMR vaccine is, and he left. And then that generation of moms did not vaccinate, so when measles rampaged through that fucking island, it killed over 80 kids, and it horribly, horribly altered the lives of many more. But I don't want them banned. Can you at least, when you're going to talk about a topic this fucking serious, Jeremy, can you at least be fucking sober? Holy shit.
Having links, you know, the banner, information banner, that's fine. The problem I have is we know YouTube is never going to enforce this correctly. They're going to cast such a wide net, like they always do, like literally every time they do anything like this. The company has previously blocked videos that made those claims about the KOOF, but not ones for other pokes, like the measles or chickenpox.
He's almost there. He's almost about to realize. He's almost about to realize. I don't know how well the resolution is, but you can almost see it on his face, like, maybe I should have actually read this shit. Uh-oh.
Misinformation researchers have for years said the popularity of anti-poke content on YouTube was contributing to growing skepticism of life-saving pokes in the United States and around the world. Poke rates have slowed, and about 56% of the U.S. population has had two, compared to 71% of Canada, 67% of United Kingdom. In July, President Biden and social media companies were partially responsible. Biden said partially responsible for spreading misinformation. This change marks a shift for the social media giant, which streams more than 1 billion hours worth of content.
What the fuck is this video, dude? Like, you're not even commenting on it now. Like, you're just reading through it. It's not even penetrating that boozed up fucking gray matter. And like, you're just reading, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I know billion. This is the important part. Billion.
Content every day. By the way, they have absolutely buried my channel now. It's completely stagnant, and I'm so thankful that I have all of you with me. But please make sure that you're still subscribed and that
you have I think it's like 1.14 million subs. It buried your channel. Fucking cry me a river. You low effort fucking dumbass. Holy, buried my channel. Fuck off.
If you can, you know, get more involved by leaving likes and comments, and this is true really of all your favorite content creators. But it's been about a month since anybody new found the channel, it seems like. And
oh no, a month. Oh no. Jesus Christ, dude. Come on. The only reason why I'm going to finish this video, because I'm sure there's like nothing very interesting further in it. I want to know if Jeremy says the quiet part out loud when he gets back to reading this. I just want to know. I got to know. I have to know.
I have a feeling that I may be hidden right now, especially when I talk about stuff like this. So please do help get involved. Now, the company has long resisted policing content too heavily, arguing that maintaining an open platform is critical to free speech. But as companies increasingly come under fire from regulators, lawmakers, and regular users for contributing to social ills, including poke skepticism, YouTube is again changing policies that it has held on to for months. YouTube didn't act sooner because it was focusing on misinformation specifically about the KOOF, said Matt Halprin, YouTube's vice president of global trust and safety. When it noticed that incorrect claims about other pokes were contributing to fears about the KOOF, it expanded them. Developing robust policies takes time. We wanted to launch a policy that is comprehensive, enforceable, and consistency and adequately addresses the challenge.
Jesus fucking Christ. And like it's also the language that he's using. The poke, the KOOF. Like, these are very, very specific terms that are used to try and gonna sideline around some of the more troubling things. But anybody who uses terms like KOOF, usually is somebody who's deeply, deeply mired in either some form of conspiracy or just like they're going to be hyper political about it. It's usually used when people are trying to like disparage things like Biden from a right wing perspective, and they call it the KOOF, or they want to like throw shade at China because they think like it was a lab leak or whatever. It's just it's obnoxious. Anyway, let's see. Come on. Give me something juicy. Give me something juicy, Jeremy.
Mercola, an alternative medicine entrepreneur, and Kennedy, a lawyer and son of Robert F. Kennedy, who have been the face of this movement for years, have both said in the past that they are not automatically against all pokes, but believe information about the risks is being suppressed. Well, of course it is.
Oh, there we go. 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 Jeremy fucking Hambeast is a fucking anti-vaxxer. Of course they're suppressing the risks of the vaccine. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It was worth the fucking wait. I feel like I just took a massive shit. I feel so good. Oh, man. I mean, I knew it already, but let's listen to him bury himself. This is great.
Now, does that lead to things being overblown? Yes, but this is the trade-off you make. When you have stringent policies saying, hey, you can't talk about this, what do people who are already prone to thinking that there's some sort of cover-up going on, what are they going to think? It's like the people that develop these policies really have no idea how the human mind works.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Holy shit. I'm sorry, but it's just not true. Simple fact of the matter is, I agree with Jeremy in regards that debunking things is much better than just suppressing things. However, that relies on all things having equal platforms, and they don't. They don't. There is massive organized campaigns of propaganda being pushed out by political action committees and indeed actual fucking politicians on one side of the fucking aisle that are sowing seeds of discord and intentionally trying to spread misinformation, chaos, and confusion regarding this. They don't give a shit if people die because of it, because even if they die, they're still politically useful. It's as simple as that. This is the truth of the matter. And the idea that suppressing this or banning this is somehow going to exacerbate it or make it worse is the most low-rent, lazy fucking argument against it. And it's not true.
Facebook also banned misinformation on all pokes 7 months ago, though the pages of both Mercola and Kennedy remain up on the social media site. Twitter accounts are active too. They did not immediately respond to requests for comment. What those requests for comment really means are, hey, are you going to ban these guys yet? Hey, are you going to ban these people yet? You really need to ban these people. That's what the Washington Post really is saying.
I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. I think his brain like kind of bounced off the bumper lane, and he was just kind of like, I need to make a point or something. I don't know.
And YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter all banned misinformation about the KOOF early on, but false claims continue to run rampant. Well, here's another issue, right? Sometimes we say things that are maybe we don't know for a fact at the time. This has happened with the KOOF, for example. And people are getting banned off Facebook and YouTube and Twitter for saying it. And then 2 months later, we learn that, hey, they were actually right. And they're not getting their accounts back.
Like what?
So this is the problem that I have. I'm not out of hand against protecting people against just stuff that's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Definitely not against that.
Sure, okay.
But what I am worried about is you're going to have somebody in a foreign country who has to look at 1,000 videos every 2 hours is going to have to make the decision on whether or not the video is bannable. And more often than not, and this is from my experience directly, they over-police it. And you're going to destroy a lot of good conversation around this. I don't think the...
Wait, what good... Okay. This is another problem that we have with this kind of culture on YouTube. This idea that this embracing free speech in every aspect is unilaterally a good thing. Well, why can't two regular people who have absolutely no education whatsoever, nor any practical knowledge, nor have taken the time to really get themselves familiar with any of the aspects, either scientific or statistic, having a conversation that leads towards them advocating that, you know, something that is misinformation, like vaccines don't work or there's side effects or whatever, like that is valuable? How? How is that valuable? I don't know if you've noticed, but people can talk themselves into fucking anything. They can. And on one side, it would be great if this is all about personal responsibility and a bunch of people talk themselves into a bunch of stupid fucking behavior that ends up leaving them dead and doesn't hurt anybody else. But when you're talking about a global pandemic, especially one that is highly mutatable, and the further we don't have high vaccination rates, the more likely we're going to have a mutation that will be way, way worse and we can't control, then there are ripple effects. We have to look at this not just from an isolated perspective of a couple of fucking people putting out YouTube videos to what it actually has as a massive impact on the world. I mean, that's an interesting conversation. That's something that you could talk about. But instead, you're making a drunk fucking video about this. What the fuck? I don't even know if I want to finish this shit. What, we only got... I guess we only got like a minute left. Fuck it.
The way to get people less hesitant is to be issuing more sweeping bans. I think that the only thing you can do is educate and do what you can to depoliticize this. This is what I work hard for on my channel. I don't want people to feel weird about whatever they want to do with this stuff. And I really mean that. That's not me saying like, oh man, I don't want to lose subscribers, because I don't care. Like, I legitimately don't care. It's your decision. But I believe that doing this is dangerous, and it's going to be over enforced, and it's going to have the exact opposite effect that they think it will. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, please...
Jeremy, just... you sweet summer child. I'm gonna end this with some advice for Jeremy. Don't ever touch this fucking subject again, okay? Like, I get that you want to talk about, like, YouTube culture and things, whether they're banned or they're not or whatever, you know, fine, cool, do your thing. You know, I respect your grift. I respect your ability to just milk as much money with as little of effort as possible. It is pretty amazing what you've managed to do, and I applaud you for managing to do what you've done. But leave this fucking topic alone. Seriously. Because this was fucking embarrassing. Wow.